My name is Bill Brasswell. I'm a blueberry farmer here in Central Florida. I've got about 40 acres of my own blueberries, and then I manage a 400-acre farm about 10 miles south of here. I got interested in wind machines in 2009 and started researching them. And then in 2010, we bought 9, put 2 in Haines City and 7 down in Bartow. And what really got me interested in them was the fact that I could save so much water, use them to offset water use, and with a limited amount of water, it was essential that we go that direction. 90% of the radiation freezes we have, we're going to get down to 28, maybe 27. That's it. Whereas everybody else is turning the water on at 34 to protect for that temperature going down to 27 degrees. I'm able to run water or air the whole time. I've got my wind machine running, the dew point's sitting there at 28, the temperature goes down to 29. I know I'm golden. I don't have to worry about turning my water on. Well, let's see, my confidence of the wind machines. It's a learning experience. I was leery, probably like most people. You really wonder, will this thing work? And it was a big experiment for me. I took Orchard Rite's advice, but you still are a little bit leery. So we sat there and we would panic. The temperature would come down to 33 and we'd still turn the water on. And then the next freeze, we'd let it go to 32 and then we'd turn the water on. And then we found out we could go all the way down to 28 without even having to worry about water. And that is huge in Central Florida. When I first bought the machine, I put a thermometer up on the top, a cordless thermometer, and I put one down below. And it really blew me away when I would see 8, 9, 10 degree temperature difference in the 30 some odd feet from the ground to the top of the thing. When I crank the machines up, I'll see at least 4 degrees and maybe 5 degrees that I'll get at ground level just from blending the air together. Now, as time has gone by, I've learned it's best to actually leave the wind machines on, and I'll run the wind machines, and then when the temperature gets down to around 27 outside of the farm, I turn the water on. And we'll run both of them and let them run all night. And since I've been doing that, I've had virtually no losses in the field. The biggest benefit in owning wind machines that I've seen in the 5 years that I've had them is peace of mind. When I first bought them, I was leery. I didn't know what to expect. The results have been fantastic. And as a guy with a tailwater recovery pond with a limited amount of water, I always worried a lot about 2, 3, 4 night in a row freeze. Now I've got the peace of mind to know that I've got the wind at my disposal, and that'll allow me to not have to run the overhead for hours and hours and hours. Yeah, some of the problems that we run into with overhead irrigation, of course, when the plants do freeze over and they build up ice, they tend to break, fall over, limbs break off. We've had a terrible problem with the branches cracking, opening up for disease. Other problems are you have a wet field. The place is just all mud. It's hard to get a tractor around in there. And of course, then you have to worry about fruit quality on top of all that. I've used the machines once the harvest starts to dry the berries. Basically, what I've found works best is to actually turn the machines on at night as the dew or even before the dew forms. I run them at half speed, and by keeping the dew off, I can get in the field much earlier. By getting in the field earlier, we're in Florida, it's 90 degrees by 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want to pick firmer, nicer berries in the morning, so I want to get in the field in the morning. I have much better pack outs by fruit that's picked in the morning as opposed to that's picked at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm very confident in the reliability of the Orchard Rite wind machine. So far it hasn't failed me. I love the auto start feature. I set the temperature, it cranks up right when it should, it shuts down right when it should, and my experience has been it runs every time when I need it. I think every blueberry grower should consider using Orchard Rite wind machines. They'll certainly pay for themselves. They give you the confidence going into a freeze night that you're going to have 4 degrees in the field that you normally wouldn't have had.